Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a coin you might have overlooked, a coin that could be hiding in your pocket change or your grandpa's old coin jar. That's right, we're talking about the 1974 United States 5-cent coin, the Jefferson nickel. And let me tell you, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history behind the 1974 nickel, reveal why certain versions of this coin are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and break down its current market value in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a curious beginner, this video will show you why this simple 5-cent coin is catching the attention of collectors all over the world. So stick around, hit that like button, and let's get started. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel after a 25-year run. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, or front, and a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, on the reverse side. Now, the 1974 Jefferson nickel might not seem special at first glance. It was minted in large numbers, like many coins of the 1970s. But what makes this year particularly interesting is the combination of subtle design changes, minting variations, and the evolving landscape of coin collecting during that time. In 1974, the United States Mint produced these nickels at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each one carries a different story, and the smallest details, such as a tiny letter below the date, can mean the difference between 5 cents and $500. Let's break down how to identify your 1974 nickel and what to look for. First, flip the coin over and check the date. Does it say 1974? Good start. Now look closely, just to the right of the Monticello building on the back of the coin, near the rim. Is there a small letter? If there's no mint mark, that means it was made in Philadelphia. D means Denver. And S? That's San Francisco, and it might just be the key to a big payday. The 1974 S nickel was part of a proof set, meaning it was never intended for circulation. These coins were struck with extra precision and shine, and only sold to collectors. If you find one of these in pristine condition, we're talking mirror-like surfaces, sharp details, and no signs of wear, you could be looking at a coin worth $1 to $15, depending on the quality. But wait, the real excitement comes from errors and high grades. Now let's talk about the rare and valuable 1974 nickels that collectors go wild for. We're talking double die errors, off-center strikes, full steps varieties, and high-grade coins in mint state. Double die averse, DDO, this error happens when the die that strikes the coin gets slightly misaligned during production. The result is a doubling of the design, especially visible on Jefferson's face or the words, "In God We Trust." These coins are rare and can sell for $50 to over $300, depending on the visibility of the doubling. Off-center strikes. If your 1974 nickel has part of the design missing or pushed to one side, it might have been struck off-center. The more dramatic the error, say, 50% off-center, the more valuable it is. Some of these have fetched $100 to $500 at auction. Full steps designation. This one's a collector's favorite. On the back of the coin, look at Monticello's steps. If all 5 or 6 steps are clearly defined, with no wear or blending, the coin may receive a full steps, or FS designation. A 1974D or 1974S with full steps in mint state condition has sold for $500 to over $1,000, especially in grades of MS66 or higher. As of 2025, the coin market is hotter than ever. Collectors are paying top dollar for coins that are not only rare, but also in excellent condition. So what's the current market value of the 1974 nickel? Circulated 1974 Philadelphia or Denver nickels are generally worth face value, maybe 10 to 25 cents if they're lightly worn. Uncirculated examples can fetch $1 to $5. Depending on quality. 1974 S-proof nickels typically range from $2 to $15. MS65 full steps examples, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, have recently sold at auction for $400 to over $1,200, with rare top-grade examples pushing even higher. Major era coins can go anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on the type and severity of the era. So yes, your 5-cent coin from 1974 could be worth way more than just a nickel. If you think you've found a valuable 1974 nickel, what should you do next? First, handle it carefully. Use cotton gloves or hold it by the edges to avoid damaging the surface. Never clean a coin, that can destroy its value. Next, you'll want to get it graded. Coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, can give your coin a certified grade, which massively increases trust and value in the collector market. Once graded, you can sell through eBay, heritage auctions, or even local coin shows. If you have an era coin or full step specimen, auction houses are often the best route. What makes the 1974 nickel so exciting isn't just the value, it's the story. This coin was minted during a time of economic change, the aftermath of the Vietnam War, and the Watergate scandal. It passed through the hands of everyday Americans, buying gas, lunch, or candy at a time when everything cost a lot less. Owning one of these coins isn't just about profit. It's about holding a piece of history, appreciating the craftsmanship, and connecting with the stories of millions of people who used it in their daily lives. So, do you have a 1974 nickel sitting in a drawer somewhere? It might be time to dig it out and take a closer look. Let me know in the comments if you found any cool nickels, especially ones with errors or full steps. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos just like this, and don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss a rare coin alert. Today's video is one you don't want to miss. We're diving deep into the world of American coinage, and we're uncovering the hidden secrets of a coin that may be sitting in your pocket change right now, the 1988 Jefferson nickel, also known as the 5-cent coin from the United States of America. You heard that right, a coin that was minted over 3 decades ago, a coin that many people think is ordinary and worthless, could actually be worth far more than 5 cents. In fact, certain 1988 nickels have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition, mint mark, and specific details that we'll break down in this video. So grab your coin jars, take out your wallets, and get ready. Because after watching this video, you'll never look at your pocket change the same way again. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1988 5-cent coin is part of the Jefferson nickel series, which has been produced by the United States Mint since 1938. This coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. The design was created by Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor whose work was selected from over 390 entries in a public design competition. The obverse, or front, of the coin displays Jefferson's profile, while the reverse features his iconic home, Monticello, with the word Monticello inscribed beneath it, along with the denomination 5 cents and United States of America. By 1988, this design had already been in use for 50 years, and while it may have looked familiar to many, not all 1988 nickels are created equal. This is where things start to get interesting. In 1988, the United States Mint produced nickels at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver have a small D on the obverse next to the date, and those from San Francisco carry an S. However, San Francisco did not produce circulating nickels in 1988, only proof coins intended for collectors. These proof coins were struck with specially polished dies on high-quality planchets, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced hundreds of millions of nickels for everyday use. But even among these mass-produced coins, there are rarities. Errors, variations, and high-grade examples can fetch impressive sums on the collector's market. Now, let's talk money. What makes a 1988 nickel potentially worth more than its face value? First, condition is everything. A coin in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, especially MS65 or higher, is far more valuable than one that's been through years of circulation. But what really drives the value up are errors and rare varieties. Let's look at some examples. Double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin is struck by a die that has been improperly prepared, resulting in doubling of the design elements. On a 1988 nickel, doubling may appear in the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." These are highly sought after by collectors. Off-center strikes. Some 1988 nickels were struck off-center, meaning the design is shifted, leaving a blank crescent on the coin. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is still visible. Die cracks and cuds. These are signs of damage to the die used to strike the coin, resulting in raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. While these may seem like flaws, they are actually rare minting errors that can increase a coin's value. Full steps designation. On the reverse side of the Jefferson nickel, collectors look for sharp, fully struck steps at the base of Monticello. If all 6 steps are clearly visible with no breaks, the coin can receive a full steps designation, which dramatically increases its value. 1 Rare 1988 D nickel with full steps and mint state 67 grade sold for over $1,500 at auction. And another Philadelphia issue with strong doubling broad and nearly $800. So, what is your 1988 5-cent coin worth today? Let's break it down. A regular 1988 nickel from circulation, worn and without any rare traits, is still worth 5 cents. But a coin in brilliant uncirculated condition, say MS63 or higher, might fetch $1 to $5, depending on the buyer. MS65 examples with full steps can go for $50 to $200. Proof coins from San Francisco can sell for $2 to $10, depending on condition. Rare errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or dramatic die breaks, can bring in $100 to $2,000 or more, depending on rarity and demand. And remember, coin prices can fluctuate based on market trends, demand, and auction activity. So it's always a good idea to get your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC if you believe you have a valuable specimen. So how can you find out if your 1988 nickel is one of these valuable rarities? Here's what to do. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, something with 10x magnification or more. Examine the date and mint mark. Look for a D or S. No mark means it came from Philadelphia. Check for doubling in the text, especially on "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Inspect the steps on Monticello. Count them. Are all 6 visible and sharp? You might have a full steps coin. Look for any strange lines, blobs, or blank spaces, possible signs of errors. Compare your coin to high-resolution images of known errors and high-grade specimens. Websites like PCGS and NGC are great resources. If you think your coin is special, consider sending it in for grading and authentication. This is often the key to unlocking its full market value. So there you have it. The fascinating world of the 1988 United States 5-cent coin. What looks like a plain old nickel could actually be a rare treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins like these are pieces of history. They're a tangible connection to our nation's past, to the hands of everyday people, and to the artistry of the U.S. Mint. Whether you're in it for the thrill of the hunt, the beauty of the design, or the potential payday, there's no denying the excitement of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and fellow collectors. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare nickel, especially in 1988. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into coin history, values, and collecting tips. If you've got a jar full of old change or love learning about the history behind American currency, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about a coin you might easily overlook, but trust me, you shouldn't. We're talking about the 2006 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. Yes, that small coin sitting in your pocket or in your change jar could be worth way more than just 5 cents. Some rare versions are selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's right, you might just be holding a tiny treasure. So grab your magnifying glass and maybe that jar of old coins you've been meaning to go through, because by the end of this video, you might just be inspired to start hunting for the next big discovery. Let's dive in. First, let's talk history. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple in American currency since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, or front, of the coin. Now, fast forward to 2006, a year that marked a return to tradition after a major series of design changes between 2004 and 2005, which were part of the Westward Journey Nickel series. That series celebrated the bicentennials of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition. In 2006, the U.S. Mint introduced a new, forward-facing portrait of Jefferson designed by Jamie Franke. For the first time in the history of the Jefferson nickel, Thomas Jefferson was no longer in profile. Instead, he's looking directly at you, the holder of the coin. It's bold. It's symbolic. And for collectors, it was a major change. The reverse of the coin, that's the back, features a return to the classic image of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia, designed by Felix Schlag. This combination of the new, modern portrait and the traditional Monticello design made the 2006 nickel unique and very collectible. The 2006 nickel was minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia Mint, marked by a P; Denver Mint, marked by a D; San Francisco Mint, which produced special proof coins, marked by an S. Each mint mark tells you where the coin was produced, and this can significantly affect the coin's value. Proof coins, especially, are minted with incredible detail and mirror-like finishes, and they're made in much smaller quantities, usually for collectors. So when you're looking at your 2006 nickel, flip it over and check just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. That's where the mint mark will be. If you see a P, D, or S, you've got one of the official mint varieties. Now here's where things get exciting. While most 2006 nickels are only worth face value, just 5 cents, certain rare errors and special conditions can make these coins worth a lot more. Here are a few things you should keep an eye out for. 1. Full steps, FS designation. If your 2006 nickel shows a very sharply struck Monticello with fully visible steps, it might qualify for the full steps designation. This means the coin was struck with extra clarity and is highly valued by collectors. A 2060 Jefferson nickel with full steps in MS67 condition has sold for over $700 in auctions. Coins that were struck improperly by the mint can be extremely valuable. Some common types of die errors include double dies, where design elements like the date or letters appear doubled off center strikes, where the image is not centered on the coin-clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake. These errors can be rare and highly desirable. Depending on the severity and clarity of the error, collectors might pay hundreds of dollars or more for one of these coins. 3. Satin finish and special strike coins. The U.S. Mint also released special collector sets with satin finishes. These coins have a unique texture and were made for limited edition mint sets. They weren't intended for circulation, so if you happen to find one in the wild, that's a big deal. So, what's the 2006 nickel actually worth today? Let's break it down by type and condition. Circulated 2006 P or 2060 nickels. These are the ones most people have in their change. In average condition, they're worth face value, just 5 cents. Uncirculated coins, MS65 and above, these can range from $1 to $20, depending on quality. Full steps varieties, MS66 and MS67, these are more rare and can fetch anywhere from $50 to over $700 in certified coin auctions. Proof coins. 2006s, depending on the condition and whether it's a regular proof or silver proof, these can be worth $2 to $15 or more. Error coins. If you have a verified error coin, such as a double die or major off-center strike, prices can shoot up fast, some selling for hundreds or even over $1,000, depending on rarity and demand. The key is grading. The better the condition, the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC can significantly increase the coin's marketability and value. If you're just getting into coin collecting, or you've been doing it for a while, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Always check for errors and mint marks. Those little details can be worth big money. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect coins. Store your coins in protective holders to avoid scratches or tarnishing. Consider sending high quality or unusual coins to a grading service. For professional appraisal, stay up to date with auction sites and coin dealer listings to track market trends. Even a single rare nickel could be the beginning of a valuable collection or an exciting side hustle. So, next time you find a 5-cent coin dated 2006, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look, because whether it's a rare error, a high-grade example, or a proof coin, that little nickel could be worth much more than you think. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the thrill of the hunt is half the fun. Who knows, your next pocket find might just turn into a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more treasure hunting tips, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare nickel? What's the most valuable coin you've ever discovered? We'd love to hear your stories. Today, we're diving into a coin that might be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 2013 United States 5-cent coin. Yes, that ordinary-looking nickel could be worth far more than you think, and in this video, we're going to explore exactly why. We'll break down the history of this little coin, its design secrets, rare mint errors that could make it a collector's dream, and of course, we'll uncover just how much it's selling for in today's coin market. So grab your coin jars, your old wallets, and maybe even your childhood piggy banks. Because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a 5-cent coin the same way again. Let's get into it. Before we zoom in on the 2013 nickel specifically, let's take a moment to appreciate the rich and fascinating history of the US 5-cent coin. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has been part of American currency since the Civil War era. It replaced the half-dime, which was made of silver. But as silver became too valuable to justify using it in such a small denomination, Congress passed legislation in 1866 to introduce a new coin made primarily of copper and nickel. This gave birth to the modern-day nickel. For decades, the design of the nickel has changed to reflect different values, historical figures, and periods of American pride. From the shield nickel in the 1860s to the buffalo nickel in the early 1900s, to the Jefferson nickel, which has been in production since 1938, this little coin carries a big legacy. Now let's fast forward to the year 2013. The 2013 5-cent coin continues the modern era of the Jefferson nickel. It features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse, or front, of the coin shows a forward-facing bust of Jefferson. This portrait was actually introduced in 2006 and gives a more modern and lifelike representation of him. It's bold. It's proud. And it reflects Jefferson's central role in shaping American ideals. Above his head, you'll see the word, Liberty, in Jefferson's own handwriting, and just below, the year 2013 is clearly inscribed, followed by the mint mark, either P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. Now flip it over to the reverse side, and you'll find the Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home. It's detailed, it's symmetrical, and it's been a hallmark of the Jefferson nickel since 1938. Surrounding the building are the inscriptions: E pluribus unum, United States of America, and of course, the denomination, 5 cents. Alright, let's talk about how many of these coins were actually made, because rarity often equals value. In 2013, the U.S. Mint produced 685 million nickels in Philadelphia, 638 million nickels in Denver. That's over 1.3 billion nickels total for that year. So yes, by the numbers alone, the 2013 nickel isn't rare. But wait, don't click away yet. Because not all nickels are created equal. Some 2013 nickels have errors. Others are in pristine condition. And those are the ones that collectors are hunting for. Let's take a look at why your 2013 nickel might be worth more than just 5 cents. This is where things get really exciting. Let's talk about error coins, the holy grail for collectors. These are coins that came off the minting press with flaws. And while that might sound like a bad thing, It's actually a blessing in disguise for collectors. Here are some of the rare 2013 nickel errors you should be looking for. A coin that was struck incorrectly, with the design shifted off-center. A 2013 nickel with a 10 to 20% off-center strike can sell for $50 to $150, depending on how dramatic the error is. This happens when the two dies, the metal stamps that press the design onto the coin, hit each other without a coin between them, creating ghost-like images on the finished coin. These can sell for $30 to $80 or more. These are coins where the image was struck twice in slightly different positions. Look closely at the lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. If it looks doubled, you could be holding a coin worth $100 or more. This is a premium variety that collectors chase. If the steps on the Monticello building on the reverse side are sharply struck and fully visible without any wear, you've got a full steps nickel. In high grades, these can sell for $200 to $500, and sometimes even more. The value of any coin depends heavily on its condition. That's where coin grading comes in. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A grade of MS60 to MS70 means mint state, a coin that has never been circulated. An MS65 full steps 2013 nickel can be worth $150 or more. The highest known 2013 nickel graded MS67 FS has sold for $700 plus at auction. Now here's the kicker. The cost of getting a coin professionally graded can be as little as $30 to $50. So if you think you've got a high quality or error 2013 nickel, it might be worth the investment. On eBay and collector marketplaces, uncirculated 2013 nickels are often listed for $3 to $10, and error coins go for $50 to $300 depending on the type and severity of the flaw. So how do you actually find one of these valuable coins? Here are some quick tips. Check your spare change. Yes, seriously. Many valuable coins are found in everyday circulation. Visit banks and ask for rolls of nickels. Search through them for errors or high-grade examples. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Some errors are tiny and hard to spot with the naked eye. Look for mint marks. Both P and D mint coins can be valuable, especially with errors. Store your coins properly. If you think a coin might be valuable, keep it safe from damage and fingerprints. So, is the 2013 5-cent coin just another piece of pocket change? While most 2013 nickels are worth exactly 5 cents, the world of coin collecting has proven time and time again that even the most ordinary coin can be a hidden gem. Whether it's a mint error, a rare full-step strike, or simply a high-grade example that has never seen circulation, your 2013 nickel could be worth hundreds of dollars, maybe even more. So next time you find a nickel in your change, take a second look. That tiny coin might just be the treasure you didn't know you had. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips, rare coin spotlights, and hidden treasures you can find in your own home. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and always stay curious.